Episode 76 of the Thunder Underground podcast. My name is Trent, and as always, this is Jason.
What's up?
Not much. 76. This is the bicentennial episode.
We're bicentennial as fuck.
Yeah, bicentennial as fuck. There you go. There's your new hashtag.
That's right, bicentennial AF.
Okay, and before we even get into this, I just mentioned hashtags, so it just popped in my brain.
Okay.
I saw one of the best hashtags of all time yesterday.
Okay, let's hear it.
And it's relevant to this episode.
Okay.
It was hashtag Adam Joad's Life Matters. And that was done by Sprout.
Yes.
Because I guess there was some sort of something went on after their show where a security guard or some kind of cop, I don't know what it was, came after Adam Joad because they thought he was breaking into his own van.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. And Sprout saved the day basically like he does wherever he's at.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Sprout is a hero.
Yes. And as is Adam Joad, as both of them are.
His tattoo says anti-hero, but he's a hero.
Right? Well, speaking of Adam Joad, this episode is Scattered Hamlet. All four members joined us. And if you've been listening to us for a while, or if you're a Scattered Hamlet fan, you may know we've had them on before. Episode 24, all five of them at that point were on here.
Yeah.
And we, if you listen to that, and if not, just go back and do it, because it's one of the, of our 75 previous episodes, it's one of the best ones, because, everything from Ronnie Millsap to Cinderella to, of course, Scattered Hamlet.
The typo negative.
Yeah. And I think even Belle Biv DeVoe. All those things came up among many other things.
That's right.
And in true Scattered Hamlet fashion, this episode's no different.
Yeah.
We've got Dolly Parton coming up. We've got Jerry Reed.
That's right.
We've got Lemmy and Motorhead. We've got WWE. Lots of WWE talk. We even got Pokemon talk.
I know. I mean, it's all over the place with these guys. And that's one of the cool things is, I think we're all probably around the same age. We were all in the same stuff growing up.
Right.
So, it's like we probably should be talking about music,
right.
But we always, the last two times we've talked to these guys, we always start geeking out over stuff.
Yeah.
And easy. Yeah. It's super fun. It's awesome.
It's easy to do on our end because we do it anyway. And then, of course, these guys, I believe, are the same way and they're easy to talk to. So we've got 45 minutes here coming up in just a few minutes for you of this great stuff. I promise. Whether you like or know Scattered Hamlet before now, you're going to love them when this is over.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of, just go listen to their music. The last album, Skeleton Dixie's great. Just great, heavy rock and roll. And they've got a new album coming soon. We talk about all that. Be on the lookout here in the next week. They've got their Swamp Rebel Machine single should be out. Where you can check it out in a video for it, I believe, as well as the single itself. So that's definitely something to look forward to. And before we get into all that, I wanted to mention something that I can't believe we forgot to mention last time.
Yeah.
Which is Steven Adler.
Oh, man.
Has now been on stage with Guns N' Roses 3 times.
Yes.
And, we talked about it a couple times before. We we knew it would happen probably at some point. It was just kind of random and cool that the first time was in Cincinnati, just out of the blue.
Yeah.
It wasn't like LA or New York or, something like you expect. It's just, hey, it's Cincinnati. Here's Steven Adler playing My Michelle and Out to Get Me.
Yeah.
So it kind of came out of it, which is cool because I think they kind of did that as a shock, a surprise. Because if it was in LA or something, people were probably sitting there like on their seats waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, it might be expected, and it's kind of like you said, we knew this would happen, but it hadn't happened yet, so we didn't really know. And when it did happen, it was just like, finally. And it was just so good. And it just so glad that it happened. And we knew they'd do the right thing, and they did. And it was just awesome. Yeah. I'm so glad they did it. And it's just, if anything, just for Steven,
Yeah. Cause if you've ever watched this guy on any of the shows he was on before, or, the reality stuff, or listened to him in interviews, the guy, of course, had his issues, but he's just one of those people that you just feel is a good human being.
Yes.
And you always get that sense when you watch him. And you could tell that for the last, basically, 26 years since he's been gone, he's been wishing he could come back. So it's cool that finally he got the chance to get up there and do it. even if it's only a couple songs at night, you know, I'm sure him or other people might wish it was more, but he can't really complain at this point. And that's, you know, you see the pictures or you watch the video, you know, he's just like smiling the whole time while he's playing even. And of course at the end, it looks like, you know, this is the greatest moment ever. And so it's awesome that it's, like you said, happened for him, you know, above everything else. Yeah. That's just the fans, you know.
Oh, no kidding. I mean, it's like you said, you when you hear him, like when he's on the Eddie Trunk show, because he's on there all the time. I mean, he's just so sincere, and he's so just like, you know, he just wants to put it all behind him and, you know, do good things. And so I was thrilled when it happened. And next up is Izzy.
Yeah. That's another one, you know, people think it's going to happen. I think it might happen, but it's not. I'm not like sold 100% like I was on it happened with Steven.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I still think it'll happen
definitely.
Because he had done it so many times in the past 10 years when it was just the Axl Rose version of Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
And I figure if he's willing to do that, why wouldn't he be willing to do this?
Exactly.
And, you know, to me, that's kind of, you know, I've seen the majority of everybody I've ever wanted to see in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I saw Guns N' Roses on the Use Your Illusion tour with that lineup. And of course I'm going to see them again. And I've seen the majority, like I said, the majority of everything. And there's a small list of people like Glenn Hughes and Michael Monroe and Lenny Kravitz that I haven't seen. Izzy Stradlin's right there at the top. And I don't care if it's just like him with an acoustic guitar, you know, in a back of a bar somewhere.
Yeah.
I just would love to see the guy live.
Oh, no kidding.
But, you know, of course, with it being Guns N' Roses, I would probably lose my mind. So if he shows up in Dallas, you know, that might be the last time you talk to me because I'll probably pass out dead.
What if it's him and Steven? Holy crap.
Well, you would assume that if they bring him out, it would be for the songs that Steven's playing. Yes. It would be kind of, because then everybody would be like, why did you bring the two guys out separately when you could have those 5 guys on stage together at the same time?
Yep. Yeah, I think it'll happen. I mean, it might just be once in LA or whatever, but I think it'll happen.
Yeah, that's my guess. You would expect the California shows or something, but
yes.
Regardless, I'll be happy either way. But like I said, I hope the guy gets out there. And it's not, you know, I see so much of people saying like, well, now bring back Izzy. Like people think that it's like the band not wanting him there.
Yeah.
And anyone that says that obviously doesn't follow the fact that if it was up to Axl Rose, Izzy Stradlin would have been in the band from day one to now.
Yeah.
That's like his guy. This isn't like Slash or, you know, Duff or Matt Sorum or someone where he got pissed off and they left and whatever. Izzy Stradlin left because he wanted to, and he doesn't come back because he doesn't want to.
That's right. Izzy does what Izzy wants.
Exactly.
You know?
And you do what you want, and that is buy a T-shirt that has a picture of Eddie the Head with a Houston Astros hat on his head. Oh, my
God.
Or was it a Metallica emblem over a New York Giants
It's any
football?
of them. You know, okay, let's set this up. This is our next little topic. Is these, anybody that's on Facebook that's a metal fan, you know, has those pop-up ads, those pop-up posts with whatever team you like with some heavy metal band mascot, whether it be Eddie or Vic Rattlehead or Kiss, AC/DC, Metallica, and it's getting a little out of hand because, you know, it's kind of corny. Okay, not kind of corny, it's really corny.
Yeah.
And 2, you know that like it's not licensed by either party, you know, and it's just they're just corny, man. They're just fucking cheesy, and it's got to stop. And it's to the point now where you see a new one every day, and they get dumber and dumber.
Right.
What was the one today? The Patriots with somebody. Fuck, I can't even remember.
Well, I saw the one of Eddie that was a full Eddie, like wearing a Tampa Bay Rays jersey.
Yes, that's one I
with
see.
the hat on. Like the other ones had just the head and the hat, you know, so it's a little more, you know, evil and metal looking. But this one was just like here's an Eddie like wearing a full baseball uniform,
Yeah.
and it's like, who's gonna buy this?
I know. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, and so anyways, we've been talking about these shirts the last couple weeks, and it's just getting to a fever pitch now. Every day there's some dumber picture coming up, and me and you keep like texting them back and forth.
Right.
And we're like, we got to talk about this on the show. We have to.
Well, it hit its peak whenever it wasn't a sports one, but it's another one of those knockoff things where it's like, if you're a fan of this band.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Hey, Anthrax fans, buy this shirt. And it said something like, if you don't like Anthrax, then you're not going to like me, or some stupid phrase like that. You know, but then the picture of Anthrax was the version that Dan Nelson fronted for like 8 months.
It's like, who's making these things?
It's like, it just baffles me, because I can understand, like, say they messed up and put John Bush on there.
Yeah.
I can almost see it.
Maybe get that, yeah.
But it's like, how does it happen? If you Google Anthrax, how many times do you have to scroll before you come across a picture of Dan Nelson fronting the band?
I know, and who thought, okay, let's use that picture?
That's what I'm saying. How did they even find it?
I don't know. I don't know, and it's disturbing. And I hope no one's ordering these things. I really hope no one's ordering these things. You know, I know you want to get the Vic Rattlehead Mets one. Right. Okay. Try to resist, Trent.
If they come out with if they pop up with the Guns N' Roses Broncos or Mets one, I'll probably do it.
Really?
I don't know. I already bought.
Oh my God.
I already bought a Metallica 3 Days Grace combo for the New York Giants for you for Christmas. It includes all of them.
Metallica and 3 Days Grace and
the New York Giants. And it says, if you don't like 3 Days Grace, then you probably don't like me, or something like that.
My God. I hate you. I officially hate you. I'm quitting. I'm done. You can get somebody else to do this.
All right.
3 Days Grace.
Episode 77 will be Trent and some random dude off the street.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
You've betrayed me. 3 Days Grace. Anyways, just kidding. But no, for real, people, don't order this stuff. It's dumb, and I'm pretty sure you guys are smart enough to figure that out anyways, but we just had to talk about it.
Right. Well, like we said, episode 76 here features Scattered Hamlet.
Yes, it does.
We went out to the downtown lounge when Scattered Hamlet came through town once again, saw him again, and as usual, their live show was great.
Kicked ass.
Yeah, you can't say enough about the effort these guys put into their live show, because even in a small place like downtown lounge, there's not a lot of room.
Yeah.
And Adam Joad's got the beer keg, and everything going on, but they still make it happen. And I'll tell you, whenever they went into Real American, Hulk Hogan's theme song, that was a highlight of my year so far.
That was it, huh?
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. That was awesome. I mean, again, this is what I'm saying. This is all the stuff we love and we talk about with them, and all the geeky stuff, and it's great. And they rock hard, and they make it look so easy. It's awesome.
Yeah, and these guys, they all come from kind of a little bit different background as far as, I think, their musical influences.
Yeah.
But there's that kind of straight up heavy rock is where kind of everybody meets in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's where the sound comes into play.
And I think that's what really helps the sound and helps them out, big time.
Yeah. And I know there's bands like Black Flag and Motorhead and stuff like that they all have the commonality on. And you can hear Motorhead in their music, as well as you can hear something like, Jackal, or you can hear something like Outlaw Country. You can hear kind of, all this stuff kind of melded together into this, what do they call it? Like honky tonk metal, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, get on Facebook and just type in Scattered Hamlet and follow these guys if you don't already. Buy their previous music and be on the lookout here coming up for the new stuff. While you're on there, also follow us on Facebook, Thunder Underground. TheThunderUnderground.com has all our previous episodes and reviews and all kinds of stuff up there.
That's right.
Yep. So let's just get into this right now with Adam, Rich, and Jake, Scattered Hamlet.
Yeah, not us. Not us.
Just disclaimer right now.
Yeah, these guys are doing it.
Dude, check this out though. Fucking Downtown Lounge is a Pokestop.
Oh
Is
my
it
God.
really?
Yeah, it's Downtown Lounge, right?
Yeah, I've been to
You
like
go to
4
Downtown
times.
Lounge and you
I
spin the
bought it
disc
like
when you're close to it,
2 months
and it starts giving you shit.
ago.
I don't know why the fuck they're sending kids to the fucking bar to collect Pokeballs, but
That's great. Because I was just asking him, what the hell is all this?
So
it's like
I'm
geared
just now
towards
finding out about it.
adults too, I guess, because
I don't know, but I know that I got like
That's way cooler.
I got 4 Zubats today. I'm ready to hit to level 5.
yeah, I started playing 2 days before him, but I haven't hit it as hard as him. He was walking around earlier catching. I only have this many Pokemons. You got like fucking 30.
Yeah, well, I've already powered up a bunch of them too.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All right, we better do this now.
Stand over here.
Yeah, but I got this guy. This guy's sweet.
We're a lot cooler.
Bonanite.
Yeah, he's Venonat.
Venonat.
I don't know how to say it, but he's pretty badass. I like him.
Oh, Band Dog. Band Dog.
Band dog.
Is he one of your dogs or is he just a stray dog?
Yeah, he's a
Straight
stray dog.
dog.
Oh,
let's
stray.
put him in the.
He's got a collar.
He's got a collar, though,
He's got
so
a
he's
collar.
somebody.
So somebody's. He
But
just
there's no name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking for a number or something.
Van Dog. Well, Van Dog. He's coming on tour.
All right. And there he is again.
Yeah.
Yes.
See if we can get him to say anything.
He goes out in the street.
Hey, come here, buddy.
Satan.
Yeah.
So,
What's your name, Dad?
so officially, where'd the belt come from? Just so we have that on record.
I bought it.
Okay.
It's actually a funny story where it came from. Yeah. So me and Rich we went to Monday Night Raw at the Staples Center a few months ago, and it was an awesome night, and I got really drunk, and when I went home, and then apparently I went on eBay and bid on this, and I didn't know. I woke up the next day and checked my email, and it said that my offer had been accepted. And I was just like, I was just like, what was accepted? And I looked, I was like, oh my God. But I regret nothing.
Hey, I told the story today, actually, at work. I did that when I got really hammered, when I was single, living by myself, and I ordered some Metallica tickets in San Jose, California, because I really thought I was just going to go. And
You're going to do it. Yeah.
And I live in goddamn Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's like, whatever, no big deal.
And they showed up like 4 days later in the mail, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, it happens. I've been there.
It happens. You get overexcited.
And I just threw them away because I was embarrassed. I didn't want to tell anybody. And that was like 10 years ago, so I can talk about it now.
Yeah. I texted him the next day. I was just like, dude, you won't believe what I did last night when I was drunk. And he texts back, he goes, you bought a belt, didn't you? I was like, yeah.
Yes, that's great. Love
The best
it.
part is, since people can't see, it has the old school logo or the Attitude Era logo on it, not the new logo.
Yeah.
It's also the Smoky Skull belt.
Yeah,
So it's Stone Cold Steve Austin's like signature.
Yeah, I mean, he's my hero. I'm wearing a Stone Cold shirt too.
Yes.
Yeah. So I wanted this since I was like, I don't know, since I started watching wrestling. So it was going to happen sooner or later. It just happened now.
So is all you own Stone Cold shirts? Because I think you're wearing one last time I saw you.
Probably, yeah. No,
Not too far off.
on this tour though, I bought nothing but wrestling shirts with me.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all I have to wear. Yeah, I like wrestling.
A little.
Yeah, just a little.
I'm gonna see if I can get animals.
Yeah. We're trying to save a dog, by the way, right now also. The Scattered Hamlet cares.
He's a cute little dog too. He's nice.
Yeah.
I was petting him at the beginning of this.
Look, Joe's
Christian
the
dig.
he's the beast master.
Yeah, he's a Pokemon master.
Follows
He
him like
translates.
nothing.
yeah.
Crosses over into real dogs too.
That's hilarious.
The dog still got his Pokeballs too.
That's funny
No,
shit.
stop talking about Pokemon. No more.
No
more.
Done. Done.
Yeah, that's the last Pokemon you're allowed to reference.
All right. I'll squeeze one in here though.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Get a question.
Where was I going? I don't know.
I know. I mean, I'll just keep talking about
Yeah, this
wrestling.
interview's gone off the rails, man.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I went to WrestleMania this year.
Oh, you
no
did?
shit.
Yeah.
That's where I got these.
You did.
I went to Hall of
You
Fame
did.
as well.
I wanted to go all
Yeah.
year, but then I was pretty mad about Roman Reigns being in the main event, so
Yeah.
I didn't go.
Yeah.
I walked away from it thinking, man, that was amazing. Then the next day I thought about it, it really wasn't that good, but I guess just because I was there, it seemed amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You,
sure
you
it
got to
was
see
better.
Shane McMahon fucking
Yeah.
jump
Yeah.
off the top of the cell. That's
Yeah.
That's
fucking
pretty
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some cool stuff that happened. I was not very happy with the endings of almost every single match.
We were watching it together at his place, and I was losing it because I was mad after every match.
Yeah, it was like they were intentionally fucking with. Like,
I felt like they were just spitting in my face the whole time.
Yeah. I did jump up. I'm not gonna lie. I marked out for Zack Ryder.
Oh, yeah.
I know a lot of people might.
You know, I don't get it, man. A lot of people love that guy. I think he's a jabroni.
I don't hate the guy. I don't love the guy. I know a lot of people really like him, and I thought it was crazy that they gave him the belt. It was just like, because he wasn't even like, he was never on the Raw or anything leading up to it.
Superstar,
and then all of a sudden, they're just like, yeah, we stuck Zack Ryder in the match. It's like, oh yeah, I'm sure he's going to do great. Yeah. And then he comes out with the belt. It was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, but they lost it the next day.
So
didn't go too good.
Yeah, lost it the next day to somebody who was in the match too. So it's like, what? All right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, what did you guys think? And this is for you too. What did you guys think of the WrestleMania bill? Because remember that weekend I went to a show at the Shrine and I ran into that Ken guy. He's like, "Where's Trent?" I'm like, "Oh, he's going to WrestleMania this weekend." And he was like, "Oh wow, that's a real shitty lineup this weekend, this year."
I was fucking disappointed because like the whole hype of it going in it, like it was supposed to be a super card. That bill was not no fucking.
Everybody injuries destroyed what it was. It was supposed to be a lot different.
I think honestly, it started with fucking the Hogan thing. Because once Hogan got that whole sex tape thing, once they literally like fucking took him out of the Hall of Fame, whatever.
They erased him.
Yo, John Cena was like purposely coming out in like red and yellow. I don't know if you remember that, but everything was like centered around Hogan. They were gonna do like a big fucking main event. It was gonna be like Hogan and John Cena versus whatever. And once that happened, I was like, fuck, man, like it just sucked. Like there was not one fucking match. Shane and Undertaker was the best match on that bill. Yeah. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's not even a wrestler.
That's a great match, but it was like, that's the best one?
Yeah. Like, and you know, Seth, they had big plans for Seth. I'm sure Seth Rollins was going to be in the main event. It was going to be a lot different than what it was.
Yeah.
So him being injured, that sucked.
Sting was injured. Sucks. They were probably going to do
Randy Orton's injured. Yeah. Like, everybody's injured.
A lot of plans got messed up. I mean, it was still WrestleMania, but it's still, I think it was going to be different. It was going to be a lot cooler.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yep.
Do you think
I still watched it all 5 hours.
But do you think the Shield triple threat thing's happening too soon? Should they save that for next WrestleMania?
Yeah, I think if they shouldn't be doing it at Battleground.
Yeah, just a random pay-per-view.
I'm just hoping that the whole Roman, the King Roman, like untouchable man thing is over now that he's been suspended. I think he's going to come back, and I hope to God that they fucking knock him down a few rungs. He's too.
Yeah, they've been kissing his ass too much.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? You're at the fucking top. Yeah. This company, they've done everything for you, and then you go and you fuck it up. Like no, get the fuck out of here.
Dean Ambrose is my favorite current wrestler, so like I'm stoked that he got the belt finally. I was absolutely I was going crazy.
Yeah,
I was actually watching it by myself after work, drinking beers, and when he won, I had the belt, and I was running around my living room with the belt, celebrating that Dean Ambrose won. I was pretty excited.
I was celebrating that Seth Rollins won first. I was pretty drunk also. You have to drink when you watch.
When you're watching pay-per-views, you gotta have some beers.
And so I started throwing my dog up in the air because fucking Seth Rollins won. I was like, fuck yeah, like Seth Rollins is champ. And then Dean came out too, and it was just like, oh, what's this? It's crazy. And Seth Rollins is my man. But Dean's cool too, so I wasn't too upset when he took it. It was still it was exciting. It was cool.
The triple threat. I don't know.
Drop it to Roman at that.
Oh yeah,
I swear if he drops it to Roman,
there'll be riots on the street. It might only be me, but some shit's getting burnt down.
I'll be rioting.
Well, I saw you guys went to pay-per-view last year, right? You held up a Beandip sign.
Beandip 316, and Jabroni Free Zone.
We were at Hell in a Cell. We saw Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker. Brock Lesnar tore up the ring.
Yeah.
And by that point, we were pretty drunk by that point.
Yeah.
And it was pretty upsetting. When we rewatched it, it didn't seem so one-sided, but from where we were sitting, it looked like the entire time Brock Lesnar just kicked the Undertaker's
and we were
ass.
Getting upset.
And like, I mean, I was
after it ended,
defeated.
We were drunk, and after it ended, the two of us were just sitting in our seats, just going, man, I can't believe it. And like the arena was empty. Security eventually came over and was like, sirs, can you please leave? Because we were just sitting there like, what do we do?
It was bad. It was bad.
And then we finally got up and left. But
you're like the fans that they show like right after something big
we're just
happens.
Like,
and
it's like,
oh! They just shit on our birthday cake or something.
That was pretty rough. It was actually a pretty cool match, though.
It was
when I went back and I watched the whole pay-per-view again.
The next day we watched it again so we could see ourselves.
Yeah, it was a lot better than it seemed
when we were
like
sober. It wasn't as upsetting.
The commentary really changes things too, because when you're at one of those events live, I don't know if anybody listening knows this, but when you're at the event live, there is no commentary, and the commentary is a big part of it, and so it's you and there's silence, and you just hear grunting and people hitting the mat.
Yeah,
and it's a much different experience.
But it's something. I mean, I'm not even the big. I mean, he's way bigger of a. But I mean, I've been to a TV taping, and you have to see it once in your life. Even if you don't,
it's so good.
Even if you don't like it, it's
the matches
amazing.
are so much more exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, Royal Rumble's actually coming to town where me and Rich live in January, so I'm dying to get to that the day they go on sale.
Yeah.
I've never been to a Royal Rumble, so I'm pretty excited about
I'd be
that.
the one to see too, man. They always bring back like
old school
cats.
people.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited for that.
Hell yeah.
Well, speaking of Beandip, like where did that? I've never heard the backstory on that nickname.
So it basically it's so rant, like it doesn't make much sense
At all.
But well, yeah, I mean, because when I get drunk, I turn I turn to a bit of a different person, and but I'm fun. But I don't know. They'll tell you what I'm like.
He pretty much has like maybe 5 or 6 phrases that he says. That's about it. And so you can engage, you can communicate with him kind of, but it's mostly threats. And just him telling you not to tell him his business if you're asking him to do something.
Yeah, I don't like
it becomes a very simple angry man.
I hold up my fist a lot and ask if you want some of this.
Yeah, and so I don't remember exactly how it came about, but basically we decided that his brain turns into Beandip.
And there you go.
And so we started calling him Beandip when he gets like blackout drunk, which is a lot.
So it's basically the alter ego name.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We haven't seen Beandip this tour yet, but this is actually only the second show, so
We'll
probably see him. We'll probably not tonight. I think you're driving tonight, aren't you?
Tonight,
so I would hope not tonight.
Yeah.
So you guys switch off driving?
Tonight it's my turn.
rotation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah. But then I don't have to do it for 4 more shows.
So,
Yeah. So
I
I could get blackout drunk any of those nights. It's fine.
nice.
Well, I saw there's a gap, unless you guys have added shows between here and Georgia.
Like
what are your plans
4-day gaps
for the next few days then?
We got a buddy that lives a little bit out of town, so we're gonna
Yeah.
go crash with him. He's got a whole compound; it's pretty sweet. So we can. He's got like a room we can jam in. We'll probably drink a whole lot of beer.
Watch Monday Night Raw tomorrow.
Watch Monday Night Raw tomorrow,
Yeah.
of course. And then he has like there's like chickens and shit everywhere. I don't know. He was running around.
He's a good friend of ours. We're just gonna go hang out at his place. For a
So
couple
you don't
days.
even have to drive that far.
No.
And we got to stay in town tonight because we got
Yeah.
You don't get good reception up there, and we got important phone call we got to make tomorrow and stuff. So we're actually gonna stay here. So he's got to drive he could drive to like here.
Maybe. Yeah.
And then
Just a Walmart or something. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so we just have a couple days off. It'll be nice. But then we hit to South Carolina Georgia, and then we're in the Carolinas for a few days.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we're in Florida. It's gonna be hot as fuck.
Florida.
Yeah.
It's like 93 here today. It's gonna be fucking worse than that in Florida.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Are there any places you guys are hitting that you haven't played before? Or is it
Yeah,
all?
actually.
There's a lot of places.
Yeah.
New York shows.
There's a couple places because we're playing in New York with Quiet Riot. It's somewhere in New York, not in like New York City. It was somewhere.
Poughkeepsie or something. No, that's the one with Blackfoot.
Yeah, because we're doing a lot of shows with Blackfoot on this tour as well.
Yeah.
And one of them is in Poughkeepsie.
Binghamton or something like that.
Binghamton or
Binghamton. I don't know.
New York is with Quiet
Somewhere
Riot.
that's not New York City. That's
But yeah, those are new. Like we're playing a place in Ringgold, Wisconsin. We've never been to before. I don't know.
the place in Georgia. I don't think we've ever played before, have we?
I'm not. No, the place we're playing this Thursday or
Yeah.
Friday, whatever. Freaking. I don't know. I'm trying to look at
There's a lot of places.
It's hard to
We're playing
remember all
a lot
the
of ones in
dates.
Florida. We're playing West Palm
in
Beach.
in
We never
Florida,
played
there are
there.
going to be new places too.
So
So there's a fair amount of new places we're playing.
Fucking kids.
Yeah.
Fucking animals.
But
We don't. No one knows. I called fucking police, the animal welfare, and the wildlife removal. Not one motherfucker answers the phone.
So update on the dogs.
Here's the
What
thing.
they should know.
Here's
He
the
should
thing.
tell them.
This is something that pissed me off. It's like, and I don't care what you are. Take care of your shit. If you got fucking kids, take care of your kids. You got fucking animals, take care of your fucking animals.
Yeah.
It's a very simple equation. Half the fucking problems we have in the world right now is just because people are too busy worrying about everybody else's shit and not taking care of your own
Yep.
shit. clean your fucking room before you fucking worry about everything else, you know?
Well, hey,
damn, man.
he had a caller, so he's somebody's, and they're not fucking paying attention.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Someone's not taking care of their shit. Pretty simple equation. But yeah, I called every place, you know, trying to get them taken care of, you know, and it's just like, no one will even answer the phone.
Well, it's Sunday.
Yeah. No, but that's bullshit.
Animals reign supreme on Sunday, man.
No, but you know what's crazy about that? Back home, you know, our family runs an animal control thing. It's a 24-hour hotline. You know, like I answer calls sometimes if like no one's available. Like there's a fucking dog loose. You fucking go to your zone. You pick it up. You make sure it's all right until somebody can come pick it up or you get it in your home.
Yeah.
Fucking frustrating. And we're a fuck of a lot smaller of a town than Tulsa is. So it's fascinating. I don't know. I'm not ripping on Tulsa. I'm just upsetting me. You know. It's just. Sorry. All right.
No.
Is he hanging out down there now or what?
Yeah, he's sweet. He's a cool little. It's like a pug mix.
Do you have a cell phone on him? He's chasing the Pokemon, man.
Oh my god!
Hey, he told you to get it back in there.
More Pokemon.
So these shows with Blackfoot, how many have you done, or have you done any of them so far?
Not
I've done
yet.
0
Okay.
so far.
We see them this weekend. We're gonna be
I
hooking up with
gotcha.
them. Yeah.
So it's all new, right? Like there's not even one guy that's
in Blackfoot,
yeah.
Ricky Medlock plays with him still sometimes, and I
Okay,
guess
gotcha.
the lineup he's got with him now is like guys he's picked. He's
Gotcha.
helping him.
Yeah, it's kind of still his project.
Yeah.
He produced their album. He selected the guys. He's basically the brains behind it all.
From what we understand, anyway.
But
I was
they're
checking
it's
out
much
videos of them. They're fucking badass,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I've heard
Videos
very
on
good
YouTube.
things about it. You know, I know there's a lot of people that are like very hesitant about it because they hear they're like, oh, there's no original members. He's not even playing it. But from what I hear, it's very awesome. So
Right on.
I'm looking forward to it.
A good pairing.
Yeah, it should be really cool.
Yeah.
We're playing. Yeah, I don't know how many shows we're doing with them, but we got a good handful of them, so it should be pretty sweet.
Cool.
Do you think that's like a precedent that people look at, other bands in the future try to pull off?
I think
Like
it's a thing that's
putting
going to
bands
happen
out there
more
like
and more.
the next version of their own band. You know?
Yeah.
I guarantee you Kiss is going to go on with no original members.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that.
Foreigner already does it.
Slayer's management said that Slayer was going to happen even if there were no original members. So I think that's going to be a thing you see a lot more. It's like it's more of a brand thing. Guar, you know,
Right.
Guar's doing it.
Okay, but I can see with Guar, like if you're wearing, you know, like with the, you know, it's because it's like it's almost bigger than the one part. You know what I mean? But like Kiss, I mean, like how you
And well, they got the makeup, man.
Well, the cool thing about Kiss is, you know, we could be the next generation of Kiss because I've been watching a lot of Paul Stanley's moves, and when I'm on the mic and playing guitar, I play guitar way too much. You got to scale it back so you can just hit more, so you can dance more and shit. He's got it all down. He's got the fucking shit.
Can you do his stage raps though?
Because there's only one roll, and that's a rock and roll.
Exactly.
Every damn time we play this one, the place lights up like a Christmas tree.
That's right. Then you go into forever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
The biggest part about us turning to Kiss will be the point in the set wherever like the karaoke comes on and Jake steps down from the giant drum riser and sings Beth to everybody.
Yeah.
He sits down. Beth, I hear you calling. We all go to the side of the stage and drink.
He thinks it's happening.
He
It's
does.
coming. You're gonna come down off the thing.
Also, I don't like the big platform shoes that Gene Simmons wears either, and my tongue is like a quarter the length of his.
You're gonna be super tall with those. You're gonna be like 6'8".
But the whole like the blood and the fire and shit, I could do that. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Our guitar player's already Gene Simmons bass tech, so we got an in.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, what's the status on the new album?
It's coming.
Yeah. Oh,
It's done.
It's done.
Did you talk about the video?
No.
Well, the way it looks right now is this summer, providing, you know, knock on wood, everything goes good with the like the business meetings tomorrow, which can always go south quickly. We should be releasing the video and the single like in the next couple weeks. What would be the which would be for Swamp Rebel Machine. We'll have we'll put the exclusive video release through somewhere, I don't fucking know where, but it'll be up there, and that's the plan for so that comes out during this tour. And it's supposed to work out that way because Blackfoot's new album is coming out this tour too, so it's kind of supposed to be the two, we have a new single coming out, they have their new record or whatever coming out. That's kind of the
It should be done soon. We filmed it a couple months ago, so it's ready to go, locked and loaded. I got my phone. I could show you, but I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, but then when we get home from tour, we'll probably then make a plan to get the whole album out. But right now, we're gonna release a video and single next week after, something like that. Cool. And then
So the whole process is done. Just waiting to get it out.
It's done. It was just honestly we just been waiting on.
We just want to do it right, so we're putting the plan together.
Yeah, we didn't know if we didn't know if we're gonna if we're gonna partner up with if we're gonna do something through like a traditional label, or if we're gonna go back to our punk rock roots and do something like Discord style, and we still don't know. Like we're still
we almost figured it out though.
Yeah, we're close. We're starting to make decisions.
It's in the final days.
Yeah. I mean, a decision's gonna have to be made pretty soon. Even within the next couple of days and stuff. So.
He's back.
Yeah, it's this little guy, man. He's a badass. So I like him stuff.
Well, we know you guys sound. Is this like just a continuation off of Skeleton Dixie? Is there anything different people can look forward to, that kind of thing?
This one's more like it's interactive. All of us we've been together for like 3 years now. And this is a lot of us had input. More input than Skeleton. I'm not even on Skeleton Dixie.
I think the biggest thing with it is that I don't think Skeleton Dixie was the best. The best way to, like, if you listen to the album, it doesn't quite capture what we do live, and that was a big thing going into this album, was to make sure that that what we do live is captured and enhanced basically in the studio, as opposed to the other way around. And so this album, I think, has more of the essence of what the band actually is in the album, and I think that if you like Skeleton Dixie, you're gonna fucking love this album.
Absolutely.
If you didn't like Skeleton Dixie, you're going to like this album a whole lot. That's what I think. Yeah. That's my personal opinion.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's not so much a continuation, I guess, more of just an evolution of where we're at now. Yeah.
Well, that's something, you brought up. You guys have been together for a few years.
Yeah.
Last year when we were, researching for the first one, I noticed, I looked up YouTubes, I looked up this and that, and there's all kinds of, but you guys have been together for a while. So that's got to be pretty... That's got to be pretty awesome.
It makes
to finally have a cohesive thing.
Yeah,
going
it
on.
does. We were talking about that earlier. It helps.
It does. It makes it easy. There's a lot of like ups and downs and stuff like that. And we're trying to. Our show got canceled last night. It's been. We just started the night before, so we're just trying to get in rhythm. Like when you got like 30 dates or something you're standing in front of. We haven't really got a chance to fucking do it. It's like we've been driving around a while, so we're looking to just kind of, get back rolling into things. We got a new, we got a new tour manager this time. We got a new manager too, and so things are, it's a little different. We got more team members now, which is
got a good team.
Yeah, got a good team.
It's going to be a good shift to work when you got that team.
Yeah, like
you'll know what I'm talking about when we show our motivational poster that says that.
Yeah, the Four Horsemen, they had a good team.
They have a good team.
And
that's what we have.
In Tombstone, when they went to disarm the Cowboys, fucking Wyatt Earp, he brought Doc Holliday, he brought fucking Virgil, and he brought his
solid team.
He brought his jabroni brother too, which didn't he just got shot. But I mean, but it was a solid move. Like it was all about the team. So we keep adding better people to our team. Sometimes we have to. We've switched some people in and out. Some people had to go back to the JV squad.
If you want to win chess, you got to lose a few pawns.
That's one way.
We're full of wisdom.
It's true.
Full of wisdom.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of insulting to the people that play with us.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
You guys are actually. We're in good graces with almost everybody that's been through the camp.
Yeah.
And they're almost all of them are very good people, and we respect and love them a lot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
No, we've had a lot of the people that have come and went. It's more like life happens. Like just stuff happens. It's getting in a van. And doing 100 dates a year isn't for everybody, and sometimes shit comes up, you just can't do it, something could happen to one of us tomorrow that we'd have to, something in your family, you got shit you got to do, and, you just kind of take care of it. So, we've got pretty much everybody is, they're all pretty, we always see them at shows, if they're around, you get them on stage and stuff. And so it's pretty cool.
Right on, bro.
This is my. I have to stay hydrated. I don't like to drink water because water doesn't have electrolytes, and I'm all about idiocracy. So this shit's got electrolytes in it. So this is how I have to drink my water.
That's what plants crave.
That's what plants crave, man. Yeah. Shit's got electrolytes.
Well, water's from the toilet.
Exactly.
Well, you mentioned punk rock earlier, and I saw that picture of you playing CBGBs.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, it was fun.
So do you have anything good memories of that? Or because that's one of those things a lot of people wish they could have done. Or...
Yeah, it's a trip, and when that picture comes up every now and again, it's like, it's kind of like a reminder, of like it's been a, if you're gonna quote like a Jerry Garcia, it's been a long, strange trip. It's like fucking there. In that show at CBGB, we were playing a lot of like punk clubs and underground like shows and shit. And somebody's like, I remember, back in the day, I was even. There wasn't any fucking booking agents. You were just emailing people. And I just remember hitting somebody up and was like, they're like, you need a show like in Manhattan? I'm like, yeah. They're like, cool, here. And they sent me all the information. And I was like, Bowery. I'm like, that's fucking CBGB.
Yeah.
That's how easy it was. And it was just like that. It was just like, a couple punk rockers hit it back. And, we're on a show at night. It wasn't a great attended show or anything. But who cares? We were playing at CBGB. You got to put your little... equipment back in the same on the wall, like all the Ramones had signed the wall and stuff, and that's a little area you were in, like putting your gear and stuff, and it was a trip. It was definitely one things you don't forget, and it's I look back and it's funny, it's like I'm all fucking. I had this like shorts that were like rotting off me because I was fucking crusty and dirty and shit. Good times.
Well, I know you've all got your different musical influence and stuff, but I think Motorhead's one thing that all you guys love.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, Lemmy passed away since we talked to you last time, so I was just wondering what you guys' favorite Motorhead songs or albums or anything. And did one of you guys go to the memorial?
It seems like
I was at Lemmy's.
I remember your Facebook about you were. I think
myself and Adam Newell were actually at Lemmy's last birthday party.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what.
Well, that happened. We missed the actual show at the Whiskey because we got there too late, so we were just at the Rainbow, but it was pretty cool. We got to eat fucking his birthday cake. I got a plate that's from it that I have up on my wall. It's Lemmy's 72nd birthday, I think it was. It's got like, I especially after he passed, I was like, well, I'm definitely keeping this. I got like an old display thing. It's a little plastic plate, but it's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
So we were there for that. That was really cool. There was a lot of, met a lot of really, really cool musicians that were just hanging out there. By the end of the night, everybody's fucking trash, having a good time. It was great. Lemmy didn't stick around at the end. Lemmy went home after the Whiskey show. He obviously wasn't in good health. He died like 2 weeks later. But then when he passed, they had the memorial. Adam Newell wasn't in town anymore, but I still went up to it. So I was there for that. That was cool. I met the dudes from Motorhead. They were still hanging around after because the initial thing was close to the public, and then when they let the public in, I wasn't the first in line, but I was near the front of the line. And when they started letting people in, I may have bypassed the entire line. I was like, "Oop, all right, here's my opportunity," and I snuck in there, and it was pretty cool. Everybody was there. They had fucking cardboard cutouts of all the dudes in Motorhead, just like where they normally have the tables and shit out there. And it was basically just a huge celebration of Lemmy. Everybody was there having a good time. Everybody was getting fucked up. There was nothing but Motorhead playing in there all night. It was a really great experience. There were a lot of people there that were at his funeral that they showed online. So I got to talk to some people that actually spoke like at his funeral and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was cool, man. It was really cool.
Yeah. I watched the whole thing online as it happened. It was awesome. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, Lemmy's like one of those people, and for whatever reason, we could blame it on a lot of things, but it's like, I don't anticipate seeing somebody else like that come along in my lifetime. He's like one of those like one of a kind icons, and it's us. We've been doing this dance with fucking the industry now or whatever, and one of the things that I've noticed is like. I kind of blame them for not finding other people like that to replace them. Like, these people are dying and no one's replacing them. And not that they could be replaced necessarily, but there are other interesting people. There are people that have shit to bring to the table. And right now, one of the things that we keep running into is like everybody just, since the industry's so weird right now, everybody wants to keep just making a copy of a copy of a copy of everything. You don't got any more originals anymore. was like, "Did you see Lemmy trying to get a freaking record deal these days? You know, like bringing like the Ace of Spades or Iron Fist to the table. Like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, like, and it's like, and then, you know, and I could say that about many people right now. You know, and it's they'd be like, oh no, you need to, you know, write a. Oh, wait a minute, your hook doesn't come in at a minute. You know, you need to get a radio. Oh, you don't sound like, you know, I'm not going to mention any band names. I don't want to fucking diss anybody, but you guys can fill in the blanks and figure out, you know. But yeah, you know, it's kind of one of those things, and it's upsetting, you know, when I see something like, you know, with somebody like that passing a Motorhead, it's like, there's nobody waiting in the, you know, there's
true.
The next Lemmy, well, where the fuck is the next Lemmy, you know, like, or the next anyone like that, or the next, you know, it's unfortunate, you know, and I just don't think, yeah, get the belt, yeah, but yeah, it's just getting a little too serious, and there just really isn't an answer. But you know, like we've kind of seen seeing the inside workings of it now. You know, we could kind of see like where the mindset is, and I can tell you right now, the mindset isn't making more Lemmys and things like that. You know, unfortunately, and
it's I don't know that what you just said about, you know, where's the next could he do it today? That reminded me of, I mean, I don't mean to shift totally to like country music, but Dolly Parton said on the Foo Fighters thing. I mean, Dolly Parton of all people, she even said, God, if I showed up to that, there's no way I could get signed. And that's sad to me because
that's
and
a perfect
you can just
example.
go from there.
Yeah, no, what you said with Dolly Parton, it's funny because I was just on the 4th of July before we came here. I was just sitting at Jake's house and I found this obscure ass fucking channel on his TV, and I had been watching like probably 2 hours of the Dolly Parton show. Yeah. And the whole time I'm watching it, here's Dolly. She's introducing a show.
Hey, come here.
She looks great, you know.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking
For those listening at home, the dog just ran across the road and we were afraid he was going to die.
We do not want the dog to get ran
oh
over.
my God,
Is
I
he that guy's dog?
understand that.
Maybe he's that guy's dog.
No, he's just leaving him. Jesus Christ.
Oh, God, it just upsets me, man. But, like, yeah, the thing with the Dolly Parton, like, you know, such a good example. You start, you know, she's singing on there, and here's the amazing thing. She's talking, she's emceeing the whole event, and she's singing to a live band into a microphone by herself, and you can hear her stop and laugh. And you know who's not off pitch? Dolly Parton. You know who's dead on with everything? She's killing it. Every one of her freaking people that came on there, she's killing it with. And then I started going, you know, on Wikipedia and stuff, you know, and I'm starting looking, I'm like, oh, I know that song. Then you're like, oh yeah, well, Dolly Parton wrote those fucking songs too. Yeah. You know, it's like here she's singing The Coat of Many Colors. She, you know, saying I Will Always Love You, that Whitney Houston made a damn career out of almost, you know, like these are all Dolly Parton songs. You know, it's like, and this is this iconic woman who's, you know, probably my grandma's age now, you know, like that's still like you can't touch her, but like, you know, like she said, you know, it's nobody would give her the time of day if she came up at, you know, like, you know, coming out of the foothills. I believe she's one of our Appalachian people, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, but you know, it's sad, man. Where are those people? You know, it's like, you know, I'm sorry, you know, not that I got anything against Taylor Swift, but she ain't Dolly Parton.
No,
you know,
and you're not going to find, like you said, you're not going to find another Lemmy, any of them.
But there are people that could be
the
next. There are people that could be something like that if you know the talent could get nurtured a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
where the industry is,
nobody wants to take a risk.
No one wants to take any more risks.
It's everybody wants the safest way they possibly can. So they hear like, oh well, this song was #1 hit on the radio, so we need every band that we have to have songs that are as close to that as we can possibly get, and then it saturates the whole thing with a big pile of bullshit and makes it bad. They wonder why sales are fucking down. I wonder, maybe because everybody's cranking out the same goddamn song
and
every
nobody
2
knows
weeks.
what fucking Bandit is because you get it so fucking. Tom Kiefer said a great one to me. I was talking to him one time, and if those of you don't know at home, first, that's unacceptable. Second, he's from Cinderella, and he's also, you know, he has his own band. He's an icon himself, but amazing guitar player and singer. But one of the things that he was saying, you know, he said, you know, love or hate the 80s or even the 70s classic rock, you know, which I love them both, you know, it's like, but, you know, one of the things that he said that happened then, he said, you know, singers were allowed to have a voice back then. He's like, you know, when a song came on the radio or they saw something somewhere, you could tell one singer from the next person. He's like, go pick up your modern rock radio station and listen. He goes, the same singer sings for every band. This is a poor paraphrase, but his point stands, you know, like that. It's like everybody's trying to sound exactly like that person. And I mean, if you're if you're a good enough professional singer, you can make yourself sound like a lot of different people. You know, just like if you're playing the guitar, you can make yourself sound like other people. So it's like everybody's trying to sound, and then you get you have a radio rock voice. You guys know what it is. I mean, I could.
They're fucking gargling marbles and shit.
Yeah, well,
exactly.
And you know, the first person that did it, cool, good for you, because that was your voice. And now
but
it's the
then
guy
everybody after that,
But it's kind of a shame, and you know, and it's like, and I don't like to be a person to be like, you know, like there's some people like that just, you know, dog and blame the industry. Hey, there's a lot of bands that do a lot of stupid shit too. You know, don't get me wrong, it goes all different directions. But you know, but that is, you know, that is an issue, and we've been seeing it firsthand, and you know, to the point where, you know, we've been asked to either, you know, just continue to do what we do or to change it up and go in a totally different direction, and you know. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not what we do. You know, it's like, and if someone else was doing it, hey, that's your thing. But you know, it's like I just don't want to do that. I feel that it's being done. It's being done well, and why be a fourth-rate version of, you know, something that's already there? You know,
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything that's not authentic to us.
It doesn't work.
You know?
No matter how much they ask.
And let me tell you, they ask.
Yeah.
I bet. I fucking bet. I bet.
It's been a weird. It was really good to get to Oklahoma because for the past few months we've been dealing with a lot of like business, you know, and you forget what is really behind everything. Whenever you go out and you play the first chord and you see people respond, and you're like, oh yeah, there's a hell of a lot more of us than there are of them.
Yeah.
And it reminds you when all those people come out and you see them like all you know, lit up and stuff, you know, like, and you can see that it's.
We looked this up. It's
Did you figure it out?
No, it's like something
The dog still has not been
feed,
claimed.
like pet Tulsa homeless or some shit.
So
It's-
it
Oh, it's like a homeless dog.
yeah. Let me put him on Facebook.
He's cuddly too. I picked him up earlier. He was part of the interview.
Yeah, he's good people. Yeah, but that's been, you know, but like actually, you know, it'd be fun playing live again tonight for the same reason, you know, to kind of just get back to, you know, do what we do and be good times.
Yeah, we've been home for a while working on the album, doing a lot of business stuff, and it's nice to be out playing again. It feels really good. We're
Yeah,
very
too much
happy.
business, man.
Too much
It
business
just-
can piss you off.
Too much business, not enough rock.
Yeah, it can make you real mad.
And we like to rock hard every night.
Yeah.
Was it NAMM before this, the last time you guys played? Or was there something between
We
there?
played last
Yeah.
December. That's the
Oh,
last,
okay.
that was the last time we
show,
shoot-
yeah,
we played
so
a
it's
show.
We played in January, I thought, didn't we? Or was it
No, we
December?
shot a video.
Oh,
shoot.
that's right,
I just
yeah,
wanted
sorry.
us to dog, and then I'll
Yes,
take
it's been a
one of
while.
us together.
Okay.
And that was like a one-off.
This isn't the first show of your.
It is my
No,
It's the
first
second
City
city
tour.
tour. It was supposed to be the third.
Okay.
Last night got canceled. Denison, Texas got hit with a crazy storm. Knocked out power everywhere.
Yeah.
Let me see you cute face.
But yeah, so tonight's the second show.
Hey, let me see
Yeah.
your cute face.
I was going to ask you,
Can you sit?
are you seeing any of these Guns N' Roses shows?
Sit.
Yeah, I've been following it. I'm
Okay,
fucking.
you don't
I'm
have
I mean,
to
are you
sit.
going to any, is what I mean?
Man,
Let me see your
well,
face.
we're touring, but you know, so I'm unfortunately gonna miss it. But
It's $95 for a cheap fucking ticket.
yeah, but you know what? It's just one of those things. Like, it's being a fan. I've been waiting for a long
yeah.
fucking time. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm glad it's happening. I think it's great for fucking just rock music in general. I mean, it's getting people excited to go back to shows. You know what I mean? Like these shows. They're pulling it. They fucking sold out Soldier Field. You know what I mean? Like that's ridiculous for a rock band. So I'm happy. As a fan, I'm fucking stoked. I'm so happy that it's happening. You know, I've been following it, and it's been great, dude. Fuck
And
yeah.
they brought Steven Adler out.
Yeah,
which
they
is
brought him back,
amazing.
yeah.
I'm
I wasn't
so
even
happy
sure that
they
he could
did
play
that.
drums, man. Like, I watched him on that Celebrity Rehab, and I was pulling for him, but holy shit, man! I was like, that dude.
I've seen Adler's Appetite a few times. He fucking
kills
kills
it.
it.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
he
great.
looked good in the
can't talk
Instagram
so good.
pictures. So.
Yeah.
Because on that, I was watching him on
Hey,
Celebrity
you know?
Rehab, and he was like locked in a room, and like, and they looked through his stuff, and he had like something in there. He was carrying meth or something with him, and he locked himself in the room, was like beating the door, and like screaming at the lady. I mean, like it was like some serious rock star behavior, and I was like, he's not doing real well right now. But that was a few years ago, and of course it's television, you know, so it could have been all that shit.
They're like, hey, put some heroin in his pants.
Yeah, that'll make for good TV. But I was just like, but to me in the back of my head, I'm like, man, that makes the prospects of GNR reunion, you know,
It's fucking. It's
He's so cute.
just
We
to
gotta
see
find
like
him.
Axel and Slash back together. That to me is fucking awesome.
I would like to see Izzy back with him.
Yeah,
too, though.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I think
before the
so,
end of the
too.
summer.
Yeah, that was the big
Mark
rumor
my
that was that
words.
he was going to do a bunch of the shows. I remember I kept seeing it, and he like wouldn't really comment on it, but it sounded like it was going to happen, and it just hasn't.
It's going to happen.
Yeah,
I
he
just
did
know
the
it
last
will.
one when I went and saw them in Vegas before the reunion. He came out. He did like almost half the set with
Really?
them.
Oh, that's
You know
cool.
what I mean?
Yeah, so there's some weird
guarantee
thing holding it up.
Yeah.
They're probably like, yeah, we'll give you this much money. He's
Well,
like,
he's
really,
releasing
guys?
a new album right now, so he's got his own little thing going. But
Well, he showed me just Izzy Stradlin's YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Of just him like on his porch playing
Man.
acoustic.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He's-
I thought that
dude,
was so cool.
I love his guitar playing, man.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
He's
a good songwriter.
Fuck yeah, like him and Sly really did have that fucking Rolling Stone things going. They really did.
Yeah, he did. It's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, where are you going? You're our friend.
I think this is more of a Jake thing, but I think it's you guys. You guys love Smokey and the Bandit, right? Of course. What's your guys' favorite character or part? Because he posted something about it, and I wanted to dress up as fucking Jerry Reed. I have a basset hound. I was going to bring him,
You'd have the straight snowman.
be
man.
Fred and everything.
That would be solid.
I think I'd come in as a sheriff.
So I want to talk about that movie because I fucking love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
My favorite thing about the Bandit is that he knows how to talk to women. He's like, he's just driving down and then, Sally Field's hopping around and stuff, and he just like looks over, he's like, I'm gonna call you Frog. Why? Because you're hopping around and you're little, and I'd like to jump your bones. And he was just like, yeah! He don't fucking mess around. He's like, takes her to the choke and puke, like, boom. Because he knows how to handle women. That's the Bandit.
Yeah.
He's like, touch my hat. He goes, I'll take my hat off for one thing, baby. It's like, yeah. So don't touch my hat if we're not banging. Like, this is the Bandit. You learn so many things from Smokey and the Bandit. Like,
if I said that, it wouldn't happen, but he says it.
yeah, he pulls it off, man. Yeah,
You gotta say it like you mean it. That's the problem,
yeah.
man. They can sense the fear in your heart and the hesitation, and they're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Not having this.
He's just straight on that shit,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
Jerry fucking Reed.
Yeah.
Jerry Reed is a great guitar player, too.
That's
he
the thing.
was.
You don't
Yeah,
find
he
that
was.
too much. You don't find like actors that. Hugh Fury was one of the greatest guitar players.
Yeah, he did everything. He could do anything.
He's a Les Paul certified expert.
Yeah.
That's why he got a Les Paul. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
you ever hear stories
Chet
about him?
Atkins produced all the stuff, made him do. Yeah, oh, dude,
That
don't
album,
even.
Chet
Yeah,
Atkins and Jerry Reed. That is fucking. That's a fucking guitar bible in there.
Yeah, you ever hear a story about him when Elvis was recording one of his songs? Like, this is a story I heard somewhere, and I'll probably paraphrase it badly, but apparently, like, Elvis, came to wherever he was and wanted to do one of Jerry Reed's songs, but when they were in the studio, they couldn't figure out how to finger pick it right. And so they were trying to get a hold of Jerry Reed, but he was out bass fishing. So apparently somebody had to like take a boat out to where he was to tell him, hey, the studio's on you. Elvis has like question or whatever. And apparently Jerry Reed was not in a hurry to get back there. And eventually, he got back in from fishing, picks up the phone. He's like, hey, they want to know, what you're doing on guitar. And his answer was just like, he goes, oh, they're not going to be able to do that. The only way he's going to get that sound is if I come in there and record it. So basically they set the session up to when he was done fishing to come there and for him to go in and do it correctly, like in the studio, the way it was done. I'm like, yes. I was like, that's the fucking shit. That gets me so excited when I hear about that.
That is awesome.
I was like, that's what's up,
Well, hey, on that note, that's all we need.
Well, no, you reminded me when you said talking to women. Like recently, I made a post about Hellstorm, and you commented and said,
Oh, shit.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
that
shit.
show didn't get canceled, but what was probably going to happen was we were supposed to be on a festival with them, and it got pushed back or canceled on bad promotion or whatever. But yeah, we were pretty sure that Beandip, Lizzie was gonna fall in love with Beandip because I mean, look at the mojo that's happening here.
Wouldn't be the first lady.
Yeah, because he's gonna walk out there with the belt on stage, and while they're sound checking, we'd be standing there with the belt, like be like, hey,
"Yeah,
heavyweight champion of the world, right
Yeah,
here.
you want to get the champ, baby? Come on.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Why not?
So she could,
Yeah.
So that was probably going to happen, but unfortunately,
There's still time.
Yeah, it could
there's still time.
It could still switch
We'll still cross
around, and
paths.
I feel that it could still be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll get married soon enough.
Yeah.
I can see it.
It'll happen.
It's in the stars.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, guys. We appreciate your time.
Anytime. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks.
you guys.
Yeah, that was
all
awesome.
the stuff. Sorry, I was a little pissed earlier about the dog situation.
Hey, no
but,
problem.
that's
Yeah,
the-
we're the same way.
That stuff
yeah.
makes me angry,
Yeah.
man. But it's which is obviously ain't none of your faults. But it's,
Fuck yeah, man.
I didn't
Thanks.
shit out of
All right,
dog.
cheers, folks.
There you go. All 4 members of Scattered Hamlet. Thank you very much to them for taking the time out of their evening to do that. We spent probably an hour over there because we had a little bit beforehand and
Yeah.
during and after with the dog and everything. And
Yeah.
as you heard, there was a little, looked like a half a pug or something.
Yeah.
Pug mix, basically, and that was running around. That was real nice, but
He was living the pug life.
yeah, there you go. Hashtag pug life. And,
But the owner finally found it, right?
oh, did they? I don't know.
I think so. It seems like I remember. I mean, I had a few sarsaparillas. Let's not beat around the bush. I'm not going to lie. But it seems like I remember somebody coming and getting it.
I don't know. I missed that.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't. I could have been
That's probably right.
hallucinating at that point.
Right. Well, yeah, the first part of that interview where we're talking about wrestling, you didn't hear Adam Joad chime in because he was dealing with that, trying to call places and
Yeah.
see if he could get it helped, and taken care of. And then, of course, you hear
Doing
when he
the
got-
right thing, really.
You hear when he got back that wasn't successful, but
Yeah.
some other girl was over there trying to help, and I don't know. I guess hopefully they got it taken care of.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
I can say
Definitely.
because it looked like a nice dog.
And you bought your Scattered Hamlet Portland Trailblazers shirt, right?
That's random as fuck.
Well, they had it because just like
You saw it on Facebook yesterday.
Kiss with the Astros or something. Saw it on Facebook, right?
Yeah,
The Kiss and the Astros uniforms.
yeah,
It had all 4 Scattered Hamlet and Portland Trailblazer uniforms, right?
yeah. I've got it shipped. It should be here next week.
That's right. Trent will model it for you.
Yeah,
He'll cut it up real sexy and stuff and put some pictures up for you.
yeah, definitely. Well, we talked about Lemmy there towards the end of that Motorhead.
Yeah.
We actually had an episode 36, I think it was, where we talked about Lemmy for like 20, 30 minutes. It was
Yeah.
like the week after that week when he passed, and just like our little tribute to talking about, albums and songs and when we saw him live and that kind of stuff. So go check that out if you're a fan of Motorhead. We don't have a Dolly Parton episode yet, but maybe that'll come eventually.
Isn't she coming to Tulsa?
I think so. Wouldn't that be amazing?
We're working on it.
Yeah, I don't even care if this says hard rock and heavy metal on there. I'm going to try to get Dolly Parton on this podcast.
At least get an interview with her left breast.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll try
At
for it.
least that.
Hashtag Dolly Parton's left breast matters.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
That might be better than the other hashtag. I don't know.
What if they have a Dolly Parton and a Baltimore Ravens shirt? Would you
Yes,
get
I would buy it. Fuck it, I would buy it.
that? Okay.
I would buy it. So, okay,
All right.
even better, like they could have a Thin Lizzy with the Albuquerque Isotopes shirt. They should fucking do that.
The Springfield Isotopes.
Even better. Now you've got 3 things going
That's
on in one shirt.
Homer Simpson's favorite team.
Yes. We're doing it now.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Well, you're here. If you're hearing this the day it came out, or even after we saw Scattered Hamlet. I mean, not Scattered Hamlet. We did obviously. We saw Sons of Texas.
Yes.
We recorded this beforehand, but went to that show, and I probably assumed that it was awesome because those guys are great. We'll
Of
talk about
course.
that on the next episode.
Yes.
And then we've got Crowbar coming up this weekend in Oklahoma City.
That's going to be crushing.
Yes, we're going to go down there, and they're playing Thunder Alley. If you're in the area and you like some metal, you got to go to that because Thunder Alley is a great place to see a band. They're right in your face,
Yeah.
and Crowbar is amazing regardless wherever they're at. But in this place, I can't imagine it will be awesome. And Kirk is totally cool about getting out there, and he'll meet you
Yeah.
no matter what. If you're a fan of Crowbar or Down, you want to get over there because he's always at the merch table taking pictures and signing stuff for people.
Always.
So that's definitely something to look forward to. And then we've got a podcast coming up this next week with Crane Technique.
Oh, man.
Those guys are great.
That was a good one.
Yeah, all of them came over to my house last weekend, and we sat down and talked about their music and that was kind of like this one with Scattered Hamlet kind of went in different directions. You know, we talked about the Karate Kid, and I think Travis Tritt came up for the first time on the podcast.
Transformers fucking.
Yeah, Transformers fucking. There you go. Well, we've got those and some more stuff coming down the line here. Some cool interviews that we're ready to bring you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So get back through we just mentioned Crowbar and Sons of Texas. We've had previous episodes with guys from both those bands, and then we've had stuff with guys from Battlecross and Warrant, Europe, Johnny Pool, Insight, Murder FM, Act of Defiance, Chris Broderick, who used to be in Megadeth as well. And of course we had, like we said, Scattered Hamlet earlier on. We mentioned Sprout earlier. He's been on here twice.
Oh, yeah.
We did a full episode just talking to him about his stuff. And then we did an episode 48, I believe it was, of Screaming Red Mutiny.
Nice.
All 4 members were on there.
Yep.
So definitely that's another one. Get yourself on wherever you buy music from and buy Screaming Red Mutiny's new EP. It's badass.
Yeah, we've got a review of that coming up pretty quick, too.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for that at thethunderunderground.com. And all these podcasts are soundcloud.com/thunder-underground. And as always, we're on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope as well. Maybe we should Periscope something from Crowbar.
Yeah, we should. We should.
You wearing your Los Angeles Dodgers / Shakira shirt.
No, it's gonna be my Insight Milwaukee Bucks shirt. That's the one I'm wearing.
Wow. Yeah. Richie Cavallero would love that.
Yeah, he would.
Milwaukee Bucks represent.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it at Crowbar. It's gonna be a good show. Keep the goddamn Coupe F5s away from me.
Oh, yeah.
Far away.
Yeah. At the end of Scattered Hamlet, at the end of the night, Jason got a little too many Coupe F5s in his system.
What can I say? I'm only human.
Yeah. Do you remember that you got in a fight with Rich Nasty from Scattered Hamlet?
Don't lie. Okay, don't lie.
Okay.
See, I've got scared. I got beer fear for a minute and believed it.
Right.
You fucker.
Well, something else, to mention that we didn't is Redwitch Johnny opened the show.
Oh, yeah, they were great.
Yeah, and we had, we played them before on the podcast. We both liked their album that they came out with 2 or 3 years ago. So finally got to see them live.
Yeah.
And
I bought a koozie.
Yeah. They had koozies and t-shirts for sale, so get online and get that from them. But these guys are it's just one of those great, how do you say it? Just one of those great rock and roll bands that you're just glad you got to see, and it's just like a trio. And I talked to them afterwards and they said that I guess almost everything they played was new.
Really?
They said it's all, they're going to start recording this album
awesome.
at the beginning of August.
Yeah.
And, I love a couple of songs towards the end of their set. He was just playing the keys.
Yeah, that was great.
No guitar, just keys, bass, and drums. And it had this real, Deep Purple kind of bluesy, kind of 70s psychedelic vibe to it. And it just came off perfect. It didn't sound like they were trying to copy anything like that. It just sounded like they were one of those bands, from the 70s or something.
And one thing that this band should take pride in is just like, they're rock and roll. Yeah. No frills, unadulterated. There's no side genres. There's no, we kind of do this. They're rock and fucking roll, which is refreshing these days, really.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, and you can't say enough for that, and I hope that these guys, can get their name out there. It's kind of goes back in with what, Scattered Hamlet. It's like, we kind of mentioned that when we're at the show. It's like, every time I see these guys, I wonder, like, how come these guys aren't,
no kidding.
How come there's, I don't know. I'm not getting into it. You kind of got in that in the interview, Adam Joad talking about, there's no one out there replacing the legends, and it's just a bunch of homogenized shit. But it's like,
why does Saint Sonia get a fucking slot on? I'll say it, fuck it, Rocklahoma, and Scattered Hamlet doesn't.
Exactly.
I mean, this is horse shit, people.
Yeah, I mean, they have everything you want, just pure balls, rock and roll, and
that's right.
They put on a great, live show, and they pull it off, and it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's everything that rock and roll should be.
Yeah, it's the kind of stuff that should be on the radio, but radio's too scared to play it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess we probably rambled enough about this.
Yeah, well, if you're still listening, bless you. We love you guys.
Yeah. Episode 76 is in the books. Thanks again to Scattered Hamlet, and until next time.
Thunder Underground, y'all.